Hello friends, welcome to Raj Malhotra IAS Academy. My name is Deepak Thakur and today we are going to start our new series that is Target Prelims 2021. In this series we are going to cover all the components which are very important for your Prelims 2021 examination. So the format will be to cover each and every aspect which is important for your objective paper. So today we are going to start with the component art and architecture, specifically for the component art and culture of India. So today we are going to pick the topic that is painting, and specifically we are going to discuss about three paintings. That is, first is Pattachitra Painting, then we will discuss about Madhubani, and then Warli Painting, because they were in news since last year and they are very important for this year's Prelims 2021, because there can be a question from this dimension. So first we will talk about the Pattachitra Painting. So about the paintings, you need to remember few important aspects that about the various dimensions. So here we talk about first Pattachitra Painting. Pattachitra consists of two words, Patt and Chitra. Patt can be anything on which you write something. So here with respect to Pattachitra, it is the base on which the painting is going to be made as cloth or otherwise a palm leaf. So that is one aspect. Next is about the chitra, is about painting. So Pattachitra means painting on the cloth. First thing you need to remember, this is very important for your prelims examination. Now this painting or this type of painting is patronized by Eastern Ganga dynasty, specifically under the patronage of Narsimha Deva Varma. Narsimha Deva I. So Narsimha Deva I patronized this painting. He is also known for patronizing the development of Jagannath temple or otherwise the Puri town itself. Next is this art form. Whenever we discuss about any art form, you need to remember that there are various dimensions, various aspects of paintings in particular. So here let's discuss about the first aspect of this painting, that is about the subject matter. So here by this video or this topic, I'm going to make you also understand that how to study paintings for Prelims 2021. So whenever you go through any painting or make note of any painting, you always need to focus on three things. That is the subject matter of that painting, then second is theme of that painting, and third is the material used for that painting. This is many of the times UPSC asks question from this dimension. So let's discuss about the subject matter. Subject matter is here mythological, and regarding mythological characters, the main character is Vishnu and his various avatars. And since this painting is being developed in the Puri region, so the main deity which has been predominant in this painting is Jagannath. So Jagannath himself is the main deity here, and apart from Jagannath, Subhadra, her sister, and his brother Balbhadra. So these are the three important deities which are being depicted in these paintings mainly. And about the themes, about the second component, that is themes. So thus avatars of Vishnu is the important theme here, and various scenes are being depicted from the Geet Govind, from the literature called Geet Govind, which is written by Jayadev. So specifically, as we know, the Geet Govind is all about Krishna and his various happenings in his life circle, and specifically the romance between the Krishna and Radha. So this is the main theme of these paintings. The third component is the material used. So regarding the material, since it has been patronized by the kings of Eastern Ganga dynasty, so here you will find the tools being very much advanced here. So let's talk about them. First, as we discussed, it is a scroll painting. It is a painting on the cloth, so it can be folded also. It can be folded. So if you are able to fold any painting, we call it a scroll painting, that you make a roll out of it. It can be a roll of a cloth, it can be a roll of a paper also. So it is a type of scroll painting here. It is very important point for your prelims examination. Now regarding the material for the color, what are the colors which is being used, and from where they were extracted. So for white color, they use a powder of sheesh shell. And for black, they collected the smoke from the फ्रॉम द बर्निंग विक, जैसे हम काजल बनाते हैं कि आप नीचे एक दिया जलाकर उसके ऊपर से कुछ रखकर देन आप काजल कलेक्ट कर लेते हो, उसी तरह से यहाँ पर भी हम स्मोक को कलेक्ट करके ब्लैक कलर जो है वो यूज़ करते हैं इन पेंटिंग्स में. नाउ बिकॉज दीज for increasing longevity of these paintings, you need to add some kind of adhesive to the color so that they can sustain for a longer period. So here the adhesive were used katha gum and bilwa fruit. So these are the main adhesive which were used in these paintings. Now the third part of any painting, third component used or third material used in any painting is about the brush. So here they use brush for if they require to make any fine strokes, they made the brush with the hairs of mouse. Otherwise, if they require some kind of coarse brush, so that was made of buffalo hairs or Kia roots. So this is about the material use. So you need to always remember the three dimensions of any paintings in this way. So here you can see, let me show you some kind of depictions here of this painting. Now here you can see that whole of the scroll or whole of the base is being filled with colors, and the colors are very vibrant. As I told you, the theme is the various avatars of Krishna, so various avatars of Vishnu. So here you see the Krishna avatar. So he is being shown through the blue color here. Now apart from that, you can see the floral outlines, and there are fine strokes also, fine lines which are being made through, traditionally they were made through the hairs of mouse and all. So this is a very important aspect of this painting. Now let's move to the other dimension, other part of this painting. So the artist, this is a very traditional art form. This is a very traditional and very historical painting, type of painting. So here you have a particular tribe which has been dominantly involved in this work of this painting, or the artists are from a particular tribe. The tribe is called Savar tribe. The tribe is called Savar tribe, and the artists were called Chitrakars, and they were mainly from the subcaste like Maharana or Mahapatra and Subodhi. So these are the main tribes which are involved. These are the main surnames. The artists with these surnames are mainly involved in this art. Next is, as I told you, the various avatars of Krishna are involved, being presented here. So whenever you see these kind of paintings, like this is a painting where you see a Krishna here, and as we discussed that Geet Govind, the scene from the Geet Govinda literature are very much popular in these paintings. So here you can see Krishna with various gopis around him. So here the Krishna is seen again shown in blue color. Clear? Now there is one very important aspect of Pattachitra painting. You need to remember this. From many of the material available, you will not be able to find it. So that is Talpatra Chitra. It is a very important aspect of Pattachitra painting. So Pattachitra paintings are mainly drawn on cloth, as we discussed. But there is one more dimension of it, that many of the paintings are drawn on the leaves of palm. And they are not only drawn, but they are basically the engraving. So for engraving something, first you need to process the palm leaf, and once you process the palm leaf, then you engrave by using some kind of sharp tool like needle and all. First you engrave what you want to draw, and then you fill it by a black color. Then when you wash the whole of the surface, then when you wash the whole of the strip of this palm leaf, then when you wash it, then the only things which will remain, that will the engraved area. So you will only have the engraved area, that will be basically the outline, which will be in the black color, because we use a black color here. So then you fill it with other various colors, and then process of making painting here is called Pattachitra Painting. Patta is basically for the strip, because you are having a strip of palm leaf here. Alright, that is clear. So, this is a very important aspect which you need to remember about the Pattachitra Painting. So, this is about the Pattachitra paintings. Now, let us move about to the next part, that is Madhubani Painting. So, in Madhubani Painting, the important aspect first is the origin of this painting, the location of this painting where it basically flourished. So, it is a Mithila, it is in Mithila region of Bihar, where it was basically flourished. Later on it flourished to most parts of the Bihar and also Bengal region also. So, it is again it is a tribal painting, and because of this they used tribal way of making the drawing. So, mainly the surface of the walls of their houses or the surrounding places were used as a canvas. So, this is a wall painting. The earlier was a scroll painting, because you draw it on a piece of cloth or otherwise. Now, one other important aspect of this painting is, earlier traditionally the women were the main artist here. Women were used to draw these kind of paintings in their houses, whether it is the outer wall or inner walls of the house, or accordingly. Now, with changing time, the men has taken this as a profession, to draw these Madhubani painting. So, you see the dominance of men now. Otherwise, it is traditionally it is more of a woman's job, or you were having the women's artist here. Now, as it is a tribal painting, so you will find very basic kind of features, or various basic kinds of shapes, like geometrical patterns, floral patterns, and the animal and the bird motifs. Like in this painting, so here the painting which is shown in this presentation, you can see this is drawn on a wall of a house. So, here you can see the floral motifs, and accordingly you can see also a depiction of God here. Here you can see the depiction of Ganesh in this particular image. Now, let us talk about the other the 3 dimensions which through which I told you to memorize or make your notes for any painting for that matter. So, first dimension, that is subject matter. The subject matter is mythological, and in mythological you have characters like Krishna, Ram, and Shiv are also being depicted here, and apart from that you have female deities like Durga and Saraswati also. Lakshmi is also there. So, these are the main deities here. And regarding the theme is again from the various scenes from the mythological characters. But apart from these, these Madhubani paintings is predominantly having the scenes from the daily life, like wedding scenes, like social happenings and etc. Wedding scenes remind me of the epic that the origin of Madhubani painting is from the story of Ram and Sita getting married. So, Janak, who was the father of Sita, asked his artisans to decorate whole of the city by paintings. So, those artists started painting on the walls and everything. So, it is said that this painting has its origin from the time period of Ramayana, from the time period of the period when Ram was there. So, it is what the epics say, otherwise we say it is a tribal painting. Now, so this may be the reason that you get wedding scenes very prominently in these kind of paintings. Then apart from that, you have other kind of scenes, whether it is from whether it depicts some daily life, like for example in this painting you see a woman processing some kind of food item here, and other dimension is that in whole of this painting you will not see any point or any area which has not been colored, So, whole of the painting is being colored. Everywhere you will find some kind of color. So, next dimension of this is about the material use. This is third dimension of the paintings. So, about the material, the color is used is First is cow dung. Why cow dung? Because if you know, in the rural areas you have clay houses, and clay houses are having mud plasters, or over those mud plasters you have cow dung plasters. So to prepare the base for these paintings, what they do, they make a base of cow dung first, and then they apply various colors like charcoal salt, then turmeric, then flowers, the color made from the flowers and the plants and etc. Then for white color they make through white powder. They make through white powder, and they also use sandalwood for the coloring purpose, and indigo also. We know in Bihar region you have indigo farming, so there you get this material available. Clear? Now regarding the brush, what kind of brush they used? For the brush purpose, as it is a tribal art, so they use rudimentary type of brushes like twigs, twigs is nothing, it is for example जैसे आपका दातुन होती है, या किसी भी बेल की, किसी भी पेड़ की बेल जो होती है, या किसी भी पेड़ की डाली, द ब्रांच ऑफ एनी, द थिन ब्रांच ऑफ एनी ट्री, आप उसको आगे से जो है उसको you crush it and you make a brush out of it. So this is how they use twigs, and accordingly they also use matchsticks and fingers. If nothing, then they use fingers to draw these paintings. And apart from these traditional way of traditional brushes, they nowadays you will find, as changing the requirement of the customer and the commercialization of these kind of art forms, you will find nib pens, and also the synthetic colors being used as a paints here. So this is about the Madhubani paintings. All the dimensions which I just discussed here are very important for your prelims examination for 2021 specifically, because these paintings were in news. So one thing which you need to do, make notes of them, and otherwise that is going to be provided by us also through our Telegram channel. You can join our Telegram channel through the description given below. So then you will get these PDF of this PPT also. Now moving to the next art and the last topic of today, that is Warli painting. Warli painting is popular in the Maharashtra region specifically, but the origin of this painting is around the Maharashtra and Gujarat border area. So in the Maharashtra Gujarat border area, you have a tribe called Warli, and from that they got their name as Warli paintings. Clear? One thing. Now the other thing, this is also a very old art form, not as old as the earlier two paintings, but they are also very much old, and they have their reference from 10th century AD also. Now the type of drawings they do on, or the type of figures they draw in these paintings have very much resemblance with the rock paintings, specifically the Bhimbedka painting of Madhya Pradesh. So why we say this, there is a resemblance in these paintings, let me show you that also. So like in this image you can see they are using very simple kind of drawings, very simple kind of figures and otherwise. Here you can see the humans are being drawn through these kind of geometrical figures, these kind of stick designs, stick figures which we call. So this is a similar way how the Bhimbedka paintings were drawing. The similar kind of figures we see in the Bhimbedka paintings also. And in the Bhimbedka painting, or otherwise in general the rock paintings, rock cave paintings, you will see the domestic life being depicted. So here you also can see the domestic life, like a woman is cooking something, and then you have a tree, then you have a whole of the grassland area. So this has been the basic depiction in this. I will give you one more example in the next slide also. So Warli paintings are again predominantly been drawn by the women artists. Now next is about the 3 dimensions. First is your subject matter. The subject matter is here quite different from the earlier one. Here there is no the subject matter is not at all mythological. The subject matter is here the daily life of the people. Daily life of the people is the subject matter here. And regarding the themes, you will find the themes like childbearing, the harvesting scenes, the farming scenes, and animal bearing scenes, and etc., and dancing also. It is very quite again. It is very much similar with the your rock cave paintings, where also you can see you get the same kind of themes. So let me show you again through this painting here. So here you can see the people take collecting the collecting collecting wood over their head. Then you can see a childbearing scene here. Then you can see a group dance here. This is a depiction of the group dance by the people. And here you have a domestic scene again. And here your child again. You can see the animal rearing scene. And further, if we go, then you can see the farming scene or harvesting scene again, etc. And this is similarly otherwise. Alright, so this is kind of depiction you have. So this is the themes in particularly being used in the Warli type of painting. The last part is about the material use. For the purpose of colors, they used rice placed to make white color. Then again, gum and water was used to make the thing adhesive or for the longevity of the painting. Now apart from the white, they also use red and yellow. And again it is, as it is a tribal art, so you have again rudimentary kind of tools or brushes, and here they used bamboo sticks as brushes. And the canvas for them was the clay huts or the walls of their houses. So again this is drawn, they are drawn on the walls of the houses or any plain or big surface they can get. So they were mainly on the clay huts as a backdrop of their painting. So this is all about these three paintings, and I hope by understanding these paintings you also get to know that how you need to cover the other paintings which may be important for your exam purpose, and always make these kind of specifications, or always cover these any painting in three of these aspects. Alright, so this is all from my side for today, and I will come again with some new topic of from the art and culture point of view. Until then, this is Deepak Thakur signing off for today. Thank you so much.